Hello, and welcome to Missouri State University's virtual open house for our Masters of Science in Nutrition and Dietetics program and our Dietetic Internship. My name is Hillary Roberts, Program Director, and I'll be taking you through our programs in under 30 minutes. So, a little bit about Missouri State. We are located in Springfield, Missouri, so in the Ozarks here in southwest corner of the state. We have over 23,000 students, over 150 programs, undergraduate and graduate programs. Here is a picture of the library, and you see the fountains there and the sunset. It's a very beautiful campus. I enjoy going for walks around campus. So here's another picture. You see the fountains, the rec center. You pay student service fees so you're a full-time student paying student service fees, and so you have access to the rec center, to the health center, of course, to the libraries, although you're usually not going to the library, but the academic databases, finding those journal articles there. Now, Springfield has a good, vibrant feel to it. Like we many times are categorized, explained as it's a larger city, but you have like a smaller town feel. You get a lot of support here at Missouri State from faculty, preceptors, and one another as well. So it's a lot to do around here with farmers markets and trails. And I'm going to take you through a little bit about campus here. So MSU Care Clinic is located here on campus in the McQuarrie College of Health and Human Services. And that is one of our supervised practice sites. We have a dietitian there, it's clinical faculty, serving clients who are uninsured, low-income adult patients. You'll really be practicing your motivational interviewing skills. Within that academic building, there's also a simulation lab that we use several times as well to get you ready for MNT1 and MNT2. So again, Springfield, Missouri, we have the 9-month dietetic internship. So if you have a graduate degree, then you would apply for the dietetic internship. If you do not have a graduate degree, you would apply to our 2-year Masters of Science in Nutrition and Dietetics. You need your undergraduate from a DPD, Ascend accredited program, have your verification statement, apply for the 2-year program. Our master's program, you'll complete the first year, and then you need to choose population health track or health promotion track. So we do have that community focus. And then, unlike other programs, we front end our practicum. So in the first year, you're completing all your supervised practice hours. So the second year, you could be a graduate assistant on campus, so get that GA, or be a TA, teaching assistant. That would pay for all of your tuition that second year, and you get just over $1,000 stipend. Or some students are working part-time, some even choose to work full-time and then go part-time in the master's program. So that second year, there's lots of flexibility there. We've even had students complete it online. So they needed to go back home, especially if they're out of state, save on housing, go back home and finish that second year there. Our concentration areas are rural health and public affairs. So the rural health is pretty self-explanatory. You're in a rural community and learning about the needs of the rural community. Public affairs, think of more public policy, grant writing, and media. Right. So our mission statement is going to be similar to other programs. We're preparing you to be competent dietitians, but the unique part is you'll have that expertise in public affairs or rural health. Then our goals, again, you'll be competent for practice as entry-level dietitians. We have an over 96% first-year pass rate on the RD exam for over 10 years. And then we're preparing you to have the lifelong learning skills to demonstrate leadership within the field. All right, so our values: leadership, communication, collaboration, and authenticity. I love this picture. It's like, how much more authentic can we be? You see everybody's personality coming out there. So that's what we're looking for in your PPS statement, in your Zoom interview, is who are you? What are your goals? How can this program help support you in getting you from point A to point B? And then leadership can be small, it can be large. We're looking at how do you currently identify as a leader, and maybe you don't even identify as a leader, and that's okay, but you're wanting to show leadership within the field. Communication skills, verbal to nonverbal to written. You see, we're a very people-focused program. So you're working with a lot of preceptors. You're not at one site for a long period of time. We have a lot of diversity of sites. So you have to have those strong communication skills to develop trust and rapport with that preceptor early. So then by like the end of 1 week, you're rocking and rolling. You're seeing clients on your own. You feel that support from your team at that site within that very short amount of time. And we are very team-oriented, focused, collaborating, outward focus, helping the community with our services. And one thing that stands out of our program is that 5-week individualized rotation that you're going to build with our support. But one of the objectives of that 5 weeks is we're serving a community need. So how can we give back to our preceptors and give back to our community? Okay, so way to go, Bears. We have a 96% plus first year pass rate on our RD exam. So you will be fully capable. You will have high high. We try to get high self-efficacy in all of our students to feel very confident of being a dietitian when you leave, but everybody is different in how they feel. But that's our goal. And then all of our students find careers in nutrition and dietetics within 12 months. Many are finding jobs within 2 months. So many students, they graduate, they take the exam within 6 weeks, you get licensed and working as a dietitian. Okay, so a very affordable program. We're looking at just tuition. You have your 16 credit hours for the DI, you have the 39 for the master's. So that's tuition. When you add in your student service fee and your program fee, our program fee is so that you don't have any out-of-pocket incidental expenditures. We have a $1,000 program fee spread out over 2 years, so $250 a semester. To get to that 1,000, we pay for your background check, drug test, TB test. There's program shirts. There's the RD exam materials. There's our e-value, how you log your hours. So there's lots of these little things that we have to support you. And in the past, students have had to pay for those, but now we just have a program fee. In the end, it saves you money with no incidental expenditures. So as a Missouri resident, if you add in fees, it's still under $20,000. As a non-Missouri resident, you add in fees, it's under $30,000. If you're a resident in Indiana, Kansas, Minnesota, on down there, and your undergraduate GPA is 3.25 or higher, you qualify for in-state tuition. If you are not from one of those states, but you really want to come to Missouri State, and your undergraduate GPA is 3.25 or higher, you're eligible for the MOGO scholarship, which will decrease your tuition by at least 25%. So I'm happy to Zoom with you. I'm happy to meet to talk out cost and affordability. And then again, second year of the master's, if you sought an assistantship and got that, that would pay for your tuition that second year, and you get that $1,000 stipend as well. All right, admission requirements. These are in the order that we rank them. Zoom interview is first. It's the most important. Authenticity, like that is our value. Communication, we need to see that in that Zoom interview. So try to just be you. We really want to learn about who you are, what makes you tick as a person, where are you wanting to be? And maybe you don't know where you want to be in 2 years. That's okay too. This program will help you figure that out because you're exposed to so many different sites. So we just want you to bring yourself, try not to be nervous. You will be, but try not to let that give you any brain blocks. Your personal statement, again, authenticity. It doesn't have, we want to see you in it. A generic personal statement doesn't give us anything. Tell us about who you are, your values, what you want from the program, strengths and areas of improvement. We all have areas of improvement. We want you to identify what you see yours are, and then what are you doing to turn those into strengths? Work and volunteer experience, one or the other. Maybe you have both. And maybe you had to work full time to support yourself in your undergraduate program, so you don't have any volunteer experience. That is okay. We're looking at your application holistically and understand that everyone has different parameters and different needs going through life. 2 letters of recommendation. One does need to be from a dietetic academic reference, and then your GPA is last. So GPA needs to be 3.0 or higher your last 60 hours. Again, your first year was maybe rough for you. Maybe your COVID year was rough. That's okay. We're just looking at cumulative GPA and again, a holistic admission experience for you. All right, how to apply. So we're using DICAS. There's no MSU fee. Do not go to GradCAS and apply to Missouri State. Do not do that. Apply to DICAS. Select the right program. Do you need the internship because you have the graduate degree or will earn it by next August? Or are you your undergraduate program now, and you're applying to a graduate program. So once we'll offer you a spot by February 15th. If you accept that spot, then we admit you to Missouri State and the grad college. You do not pay a fee. Now, once you're admitted, you do pay a placeholder fee of $500. But that fee, if you show up in August, will be reimbursed to you. You'll get that back. If you do not show up in August, then you do forfeit that $500. Our applications are due by February 1st. You're more than welcome to submit them early, but you must have it in by the 1st. And then we'll do a 2-week turnaround. We'll review your application. We have a committee of preceptors and faculty and your Zoom interviews, and we'll notify you by February 15th. Then we're fully aware you're applying to other programs. So you'll hear from us. Maybe you're waiting to hear from another program. You need to then make an informed decision. So we want you to wait. We want you to collect your information, make an informed decision. Email me, let me know by March 15th. Yes, I'm so happy to come, I accept, or no, I'm so sorry, I graciously decline. And will not see you. And that's fine. So you need to make the right decision for you. All right, we accept 12 students in the spring. Our practicums follow the academic year, not the academic calendar. So while you are in some didactic classes, very few are seated, some are online, where you're off on Labor Day, for example. If your preceptor is there on Labor Day at your site, you would have practicum hours on Labor Day. But regardless, in your first year, everyone has a week off for Thanksgiving, 2 weeks off for winter break, and then a week off for spring break. Okay, let's get an idea of the first year. So for the internship and the master's program, this is what it looks like. Everyone comes for 2 weeks for orientation. We are getting you ready for MNT1. We're getting you ready for population health and food service. So making sure you feel competent going into those rotations, working with those preceptors. There's also a lot of team building. You're doing blood glucose testing, blood pressure checks. We're in the sim lab, so we're starting to meet some of those competencies to help you to become awesome dietitians. Okay, MNT1 at a rural hospital is 6 weeks. And many times you're at a diabetes clinic for 1 to 2 of those weeks. Population health is many different places. I'll show you soon what that looks like. Food service is you're at a large food service facility, like at a regional hospital or university campus, and then a smaller facility. So think school food service and Head Start. Then you have winter break. You come back for intersession. The whole point for intersession is to get you ready for MNT2. So a renal workshop. There's enteral and parenteral nutrition workshop. So we're getting you ready to then go to the hospital for that 8-week rotation. 2 weeks of that is supervised practice. Then you have your 5-week of individualized area of concentration. And then 1 week for capstone. It's usually just a couple days, but depends on the year if we need that time to complete some other items. But usually it's 2 days where you're doing your final presentations. Okay. So this gives you an idea of classes. So the combined master's and DI is 39 hours. If you wanted to do a thesis, it would be 40. Most students choose non-thesis. And then your core classes, 13 hours are in your practicums. You have 4 1-credit-hour classes that align with the practicums. So when you're in MNT1 practicum at your rural hospital, you're also taking a 1-credit-hour class on advanced MNT. So then you're learning the knowledge and applying the knowledge. Food service, same thing. You're in food service and you're taking an online 1-credit-hour class. So you can then apply what you're learning. You take a leadership course, method, stats, non-thesis, similar to other programs. Many of our non-thesis students, though, are submitting manuscripts for publication. So very proud of them. If you want to get published, we will do all that we can to help you get published and get you with that research team. Right. Population health track, we collaborate with the public health program, it's taking epidemiology, health behavior, public health administration, so several courses. Health promotion track, we collaborate with health promotion program. So think program planning, program evaluation, and there's several electives you can choose from for that. The DI, so you have your graduate degree already. You just need the 9-month DI. It's fall, spring semester. 16 credit hours, 13 are the practicums, and then the other 3 are those 1-credit-hour classes that align with the practicums. Okay. All right, and we have education abroad. So that 5-week individualized rotation, If you wanted to go overseas to do that, we have Emma went to Auckland, New Zealand at a research hospital. Me and Sam go to Barcelona, Spain for food safety and did food safety programming. There's lots of opportunities there. So it is 8 weeks over the summer between year 1 and year 2. Or those of you in the internship, you would just extend graduation 2 months. So our practicum and area concentration is your 5 weeks individualized rotation. We help support you in building that. I do not want this should not be anxiety provoking. It should be exciting. Where do you want to work someday? Where do you want to get extra experience? What preceptors did you click with and you want to go back and spend time with them? Where do you want to give back? Etc. So this rotation looks very different depending upon the student and where you see yourself being in a few years. Rural health, you're really learning about the needs of the rural community. Access to resources and lack of access to resources. Public affairs, you're the face of dietetics. Again, think media, public policy, and grant writing. So yes, many students, this is their favorite rotation there. And here's some past projects. So they're going to look very different for both rotations. Again, it's starting with where are you now and where do you want to go? And many times these positions, students end up working there later. And also many of these projects are still ongoing. We still have the seed library here on campus where people can get free seeds for gardening, for container gardening. It's just been so fun watching our students build these projects and seeing those outcomes. Prime trekking, the person who was there, the first person who did their pack rotation there, that place didn't even have a dietitian. And now they're working there as a dietitian. So we're advocating for dietitians, for what we do, and for valuing our services. Same with IV. We've had several students complete pack rotations there, and now they're working as retail dietitians. So just getting a layout, you see the fall. In the fall, it's very, very busy. You're in rural health, community, food service. Spring, regional hospital pack. We also have, you're in the sim lab. There's an optional pediatric workshop at Children's Mercy in Kansas City. And then we go to Moand or Fincy if it's close enough. This will going to give you a taste of some of our sites. We primarily work with Mercy Hospital, Cox Hospital Systems, and Freeman. There is driving involved in our program to meet those rural health, the rural health concentration area. You're going to be in a rural community. So you might be driving 30 minutes north to Bolivar, 30, 45 minutes south to Branson, hour and a half west to Joplin. It's not an hour and a half, hour west of Joplin. So it just kind of depends on what preceptors we have available and to get all 12 students placed for their MNT1 and MNT2. Rogers, Arkansas, so in Northwest Arkansas, we have several preceptors there. You could live in Northwest Arkansas in our program and not even be based in Springfield. You'd Zoom into classes. So that's also an option. So just email me. I'm happy to Zoom to talk about sites, to talk about affordability, and just like the setup, the format, structure of our program. Ozarks Healthcare in West Plains. There's a Missouri State West Plains campus. So we use student housing there. Actually, very modern housing. It's an old shoe factory. It's very unique. It's very cool housing. All right. So I'm happy to meet with you to talk out our sites. So population health, community nutrition. You're at a different site for 6 weeks. And so we work with ARC of the Ozarks, serves people with intellectual and developmental disabilities. Ozarks Food Harvest and Crosslines are food banks, food pantries. Jordan Valley is a community clinic. Burrell Behavioral Health, so working with those that have behavioral health and mental health concerns. Hy-Vee is retail dietetics. Then there's employee wellness. So there's lots of different areas within community that you are exposed to. And then many times students are then incorporating these sites in their individualized rotation. Food service, again, you're at a large facility and a smaller facility. So at a hospital and many times at schools. And I definitely took you in under 30 minutes. That was so fast. Okay, so let's say once again, we are looking at how to support you in where your current knowledge and skills are and to where you need those to be competent dietitians and to pass that exam. If something doesn't go well within our program, I'm not a person who places blame. I'm here to figure out how did this happen and how can I support you moving forward? Here, what is our action plan? But not you did this wrong and you did that, but tell me about what happened and how can we move forward? when it comes to any type of remediation. So we're looking at highly affordable. You have the 5-week individualized rotation, rural health and public affairs, and then our values. So our values are deeply ingrained in our program of leadership, communication, collaboration, and authenticity. You're going to find great support in your peer group, as well as your preceptors and faculty. So I encourage you to find your path in dietetics. Those are my 2 girls finding their path at a local nature center. So find your path in dietetics. Feel free to reach out to me. Find us on social media, Facebook and Instagram at Missouri State University Nutrition and Dietetics. And I hope to hear from you soon. Bye. Thank you.